What's up guys? Today's video is all about calibration of RENISHAW probe on CNC milling. I will show you guys the step by step how are you going to calibrate your probe on this CNC milling. You can use this one as well to vertical mill. This step by step process to how to calibrate the probe. Hey guys, so today I'm going to calibrate my RENISHAW probe. First thing, I'm going to clean first my probing, make sure it is free from any dirt so that I can get the good calibration of my probe. And I'm going to dial first the stylus of my probe. I'm going to get the highest point of the stylus before I adjust the RENISHAW probe. I'm going to move my X and Z of the machine so that I can get the highest point of the stylus. Once I get the highest point of the stylus, so I am going to rotate it to see. I'm going to rotate it so that I can see how big is the run out of my probe. So looks like it is roughly 0.35 millimeter. I will zero it again and I will put number at the same position of each screw on my probe so that easy for me to adjust. So I'm going to lose all the screw of the probing so that I can adjust it. This one will take a little bit longer to adjust to get my probing on center by using the dial indicator. So when you adjust the screw of your probing, adjust the one on the top or depends upon you. Then once you adjust it, rotate again to 180 degrees and try to adjust again the other two on the other side and rotate again to 270 degrees until you get your probing on center. So guys, that's how are you going to adjust your probing. Once you get the probing 0, 0, so I am very close now. Maybe few more adjustment and I am going to get this one to 0, 0 now. So you can see just 0.02 movement of my dial indicator, so meaning I am very close. Rotate it again. Okay guys, I think I get it. I think this one should be fine. So what I'm going to do now, I am just going to tight all the screw of my probing so that it is not gonna move when I use it. During the tightening of the screw, I will just leave my dial indicator so that I can see if the probe is moving when I tight the screw. Okay guys, so it's done, and the next step I am going to do, I am going to dial this gauge, make sure it is flat before I probe my inside diameter to get the center of my calibration gauge. So this gauge guys is supplied by the manufacturer of the machine, but if you don't have this gauge, you can use as well the setting ring of your hole test. That's another thing that you can use as well when you do the calibration of your probe. So I will just get the center of this calibration bore so that I can easily find the center when I double check with dial indicator. So I just use the probing cycle guys to get the center of this calibration gauge. So I'm not going to move my X, Y axis, so that I can keep the same position of my XY axis. So this is the dial gauge guys. I will clock the bore, make sure I am on center, because sometimes if your machine or if your probing have a big backlash, even you perform calibration process, the machine is not going to store the calibration that you be done in the machine. That's why it is very important guys that you use this double check with this dial gauge, and make sure that this dial indicator is on. Make sure this dial indicator is on 00, and you can move away your Z axis without moving the X and Y axis, so that you can put it back the probing tool. And now I can move my Z again, and I can start the calibration process. So I will go to the main monitor of the machine once I position the probe at the middle of the calibration bore. Go to custom 1 and RENISHAW guide, and then calibration, and then probe radius, internal diameter, and the size of the calibration bore, which is 80mm. Size of the stylus is 5mm, and position probe approximately center of bore, and select cycle start. So I'm going to select cycle start, and now the calibration process itself is being executed by the machine. So the probe is going to touch inside the bore in multiple times all around the bore, so that the machine can calibrate the RENISHAW probe. Once the cycle is done, So all the value is being stored at your machine, and I hope your probe is ready to use and can get the best result that you want. So guys, this is how you calibrate your probing, um, how to calibrate the RENISHAW probe on this NHP800 horizontal beam 31i model B. This is the fanuc series 31i model B. So as you can see, the calibration process is being executed to the machine. Now it's the y-axis is moving. So the probe is going to touch multiple times at the start from X, Y, positive, negative, and it will start to touch on angle, just like what is happening at the moment. Thank you again guys for tuning in on this tutorial video. I hope you like it, and if you do, please give me a favor to hit that like button. Please comment down below, and please consider also subscribing to our channel, Sam the Machinist, and see you guys on my next video. And also guys, Merry Christmas to all of you, and see ya.